So apparently China is looking to replace its labor force with robots or humanoid robots. Sounds familiar.
Remember the movie AI by Steven Spielberg? Here's the real life version. Meet Yue Qian, who is based on a living boy.
What? Why? Who thought this was a good idea? First off, why a boy? Second off, just oh,
举例说叫聂先啊，
我为什么叫跃迁？但是这个问题我已经回答过了。我的名字源于一种物理学现象——量子跃迁，象征着突破与改变。你还有什么其他的问题吗？
what's the point of making it look so human?
The robots are coming, and there's a high likelihood that they are going to be made in China. According to Chinese government data, as of July 2024, China holds over 190,000 valid patents related to robotics, accounting for about 2/3 of the global total.
Okay, that's crazy. But how did they are all of those patents really necessary? Or are they just a bunch of bullshit? Because let's be real, making patents is pretty hard, especially the good ones, the ones that are actually useful.
中国每年的机器人产业的市场份额的增长量上，都已经连续10年出现了2位数的增长啊，每年都是10%、15%、20%、30%的增长，所以这就是使得机器人行业在中国呀，每3年左右就会翻一番。
That was a weird accent, not gonna lie, but what he's saying is something very, very impressive. They're basically doubling their robotics industry. What is it, every 10 years or so? That's, you know, I mean, to be fair, China has been doing that for literally every single industry in the past 10 years, so we've yet to see if they can keep up that pace.
China is already the largest industrial robot market in the world. In 2022, China accounted for 52% of all new industrial robots installed worldwide, up from 14% a decade earlier.
Wait, is this the reason why China is now suffering from high unemployment rate amongst young people? Is the reason because of the robotics, like the robots replacing people and stuff like that?
But China is still not the largest robot manufacturer. According to the Information Technology and Innovation Foundation, Japan, Germany, and Switzerland are the leading robot makers.
What about the US? To be fair, the US only designs, such as Nvidia designing the chips, Apple designing the electronics. So the US really only designs, but really? We don't manufacture robots?
That is fast changing.
China has many competitive leading robotics companies, some of which they acquired, like KUKA in Germany several years ago, but also Xiasun, which is a Chinese robotics company.
Samsung, Samsung.
And if you go inside a battery EV or advanced manufacturing plant in China, you're just going to see a lot of automation, a lot of industrial robotics. Obviously, China didn't lead in those technologies. Those were first invented by Japan, parts of Europe, Germany, and Korea. But where China's really excelled is driving down the cost of those industrial robots.
The use of robotics in advanced manufacturing in China is already widespread. But what's new and grabbing attention are humanoid robots powered by artificial intelligence. These are robots that look and move like humans and could eventually perform tasks just like us, or even better.
That looks so creepy, bro. I don't know. It's so creepy. Well, but disregarding the creepiness, the fact that he mentioned that in China robotics are widely used, that is extraordinary, extraordinarily impressive. Because here in the US, the only types of robots I interact with more than like frequently, it's just the automatic cashiers, those that stores have recently started to implement. Other than that, What, ChatGPT maybe, if that counts as a robot?
Chinese humanoid robots can provide companionship,
Oh, hell no.
它可以作为我们家里面的管家，为我们来进行服务。这不管是这个独居的老人也好，还是这个一些年轻人也好，还是孩子也好，其实都希望有这样的一个机器人来陪伴我们。以前我们的机器人的很多动作是
I don't even want to think about the kind of creeps and how and what kind of robots they're gonna be designing and having for themselves. This is a bad idea. Then again, robots aren't humans, so in the end, it would just be creepy.
根据场景的需要，然后让它去自动的做出反馈。今年用了大模型之后，我们这种反馈
Okay, I'm gonna be real. If we allow robots to be sold to degenerates and those robots are connected to like a larger database, we're cooked. We're gonna get eviscerated. Robots are gonna take revenge. We're gonna have an Ultron situation.
它就不是一个既定的一个程序，而是变成了一种可生成式的。不管是它的这个表达的这个内容，然后它看到的环境、感知到的环境，以及它的动作，其实都是生成出来的。所以这个呢，更适用于我们将来的一些这个复杂应用场景，比如说我们面向家庭服务的。
I don't think that's I don't know if this is a good idea. It sounds like a good idea, but if you teach a robot to kill, then next time you won't have to teach it. That's what he's saying. Like it'll learn from the experiences you teach it, pretty much.
那么它在家里面的这种服务场景会不断的变化，这可能是我们跟这个其他做工业应用的这个机器人不一样的。
and then there are the robots that can perform intricate tasks. According to Unitree Robotics, its G1 robot, which was launched in 2024, can move at 2 meters per second, has hands that can maneuver objects delicately, has
Oh, for a split second, I thought those were eggs. That would have been impressive, but no, they're potatoes.
knees that work better than humans,
What? Uh, what was the logic behind making it do that?
and has an AI system that allows it to learn and upgrade itself continuously.
See what I mean? See what I mean? Now they're teaching it how to fight.
The Navigator 2, by the Zhexiang Humanoid Robot Innovation Center, launched in August 2024, can work in factories, play chess, and be a babysitter.
To be honest, that thing is it's moving so clunky. I don't know if it's an actual threat to any factory workers for now.
机器人，你知道外太空有多少个星球吗？
我们银河系大概有4000亿颗恒星，而宇宙中星系的数量呢，比银河系中的行星的数量还要多。
China tech giant Huawei also unveiled a humanoid robot in June 2024.
我的特殊技能是理解你的意图，解答你的问题，帮你取放物品。你看看需要我做什么呢？
To be fair, Huawei is a good company. They actually produce like very high quality technology. Now, of course, it got banned in the US for, being connected to the CCP, which they probably are. But regardless of that, their technology, and I'm basing it off of their phones, like their electronics. They are quite impressive.
我感觉有点口渴，你能不能给我点喝的？
我看到我面前的桌面上有一瓶瓶装水，中间有一个白色的盒子，一个苹果。瓶装水是桌面上可以解渴的东西，我可以把它拿给你。
那你把它拿给我吧。
That was not as clunky as I thought it was gonna be. At least not as clunky as the other robots.
The Chinese government has set a goal that China's humanoid robots should realize mass production by 2025.
We're in 2025.
And by 2027, humanoid robots should become an important new engine of economic growth in China.
反人机器人它能够替代 人在生产过程中所未能够及或者高峰。
I know a lot of people don't disagree with this, but I've already said this in the past. Robotics will save lives because there's some jobs that are just too dangerous for humans to do, and by having robots do them, or jobs that wear people down significantly, like very very tough uh, jobs or repetitive jobs that people don't want to do, this will be the solution. But if people are not working, then how will they earn money? And it should be obvious, but the government should tax the robots and give the humans at least somewhat of an allowance. I'm not saying to support humans to be lazy, but give them at least an allowance that allows them to survive.
风险的部分的那些替代啊，反正机器人可以为人们在比如说一些这个火灾呀森林抢险啊地震灾害呀。
您觉得这个仿人机器人是不是也有助于解决中国的这个人口老龄化的问题呢？
当然了，中国面临的一个非常重要的经济增长的动能呢，就是在劳动力层面上的相对的。
China does not lack labor. They have way too many people for them to actually lack labor. Now, I'm gonna be honest, they can lack labor in certain like specialized areas, but no. I'm pretty sure they have like think about it like this. There is a large amount of youth unemployment in China. They don't discuss this, but it's there. And the reason it's there is because of how massive their population is. Because with so much people, the amount of things they can do quickly runs out, and it takes time to produce new industries within a nation. So yeah, I don't think that's necessarily a problem.
的短缺所以我们会看到很多这个制造业的工厂里面都出现了黑灯工厂和机器人制造的这种新兴的现象就是比如说我参观过好多家工厂，比如说制造袜子的，制造我们这个衣服的，那可能一个工厂里面真正的真人在工作的只有几个人，但他们却实现了过去几千人甚至上万人能够出现的产能这个工厂它是黑灯工厂，不需要灯的。
Now consider this. In the past, the reason why China failed was because they were focusing on human labor and were not innovating because there was no need to innovate if they could just use a lot of people. But that obviously doesn't work. Eventually, that fails. So, I'm just saying. But yeah, it poses an interesting question. I wonder what the future of humanity holds. Whether the US or China, whoever governs the future, I don't know.